We are very lucky to have here today two experts on clean technology, the business side, which I think is appropriate because we're in New York, to talk about this opportunity. We are currently in a situation which is almost unprecedented in American history of record-setting oil prices. Today, prices went up to about $113 a barrel. So we're ushering in a new period of really severe shortages in terms of commodities, including oil, which is probably going to change a lot of things in our economy, and we're only just starting to see the beginning of it. So we're very lucky again to have our two panelists. Let me say a few words about them, and I'll introduce them as each person gets up to give their presentation. Peter Fusaro is the head of Global Change Associates. Peter gives the annual Wall Street Green Trends event here. His most recent one was just a couple weeks ago. He's also the best-selling author of What Went Wrong at Enron, and I think we're going to hear from him today some very detailed information about the policy environment for clean technology as well as specific investment trends which are going to be shaping the sector. We're also lucky to have David Kurtzman, who is with Panel Intelligence. David has a long career in terms of analyzing trends in the clean technology and energy sector. Panel Intelligence itself is a very interesting company which employs kind of expert networks to provide detailed information to people, participants in the sector. And David's going to drill down even further and talk at length about some of the clean technology trends. So what I'd like to do is kind of set the stage a little bit. As I mentioned, oil prices are at all-time highs. We, of course, are aware of the climate change situation, which is changing everything about kind of what the constraints in which the economy operates. So these are unprecedented times, and they pose great new challenges. But at the same time, challenges pose opportunities, and clean technology has the potential to become one of the really important industries of the next 100 years. One thing about the energy sector and clean technology in particular is that it's such a large portion of the economy. So the changes that take place in terms of replacing fossil fuels, making the economy cleaner, are going to have an immense effect, possibly even bigger than things like the internet, where you had a comparative, basically starting from scratch, the invention of a new industry. This is a huge industry that already exists, and so changing even a small percentage of it will have an immense impact on the economy. So I think we're all excited to kind of be working in this space. Let me just say a couple words about NDN, the group which I work for, which is putting on this event. NDN is a Washington, D.C. based think tank which believes in market-oriented approaches to policy questions. And we're very fortunate to have with us extraordinary people in the audience. I want to particularly acknowledge Jim Hines, who's running for Congress in Connecticut. So hopefully many of you have already had a chance to. Jim, do you want to stand up? To talk to Jim, and if you haven't, we'll have a chance to talk with him at some point later on today. So without further ado, let me turn things over to Peter Fusaro, who's going to talk about clean technology.